It's Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Happy fucking Thursday, y'all. Let's see what the vibes are today. You know, it's pretty much gonna be the same as yesterday and the day before.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Hey.
Even when there's no hope, you can still
What?
go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Mm.
Go, go, go.
Come on in. Happy fucking Thursday.
Go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain.
Hey.
Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredients.
Hey, Facebook. Hey, IG. Hey. Hey, YouTube. Hey.
Even when you feel low,
you can still go. Hey, one reliable sin. What?
Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran, said no, man, I still go.
Come on. Hey. Go, 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 go. Hey.
You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain.
What?
That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that
Come
game,
on
then
in, y'all. It is Thursday. What we talking about?
Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game.
What?
Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display.
Hey.
In your brain till you're feeling no more pain.
What?
Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find it go.
Come on in, it's Thursday. What the fuck are we gonna talk about? Y'all see the topic, but I got some other shit. You can still go slow, you can still go, even when you feel when there's no hope. What? What? Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday, y'all. All right. Come on in. I got one reliable sim. Hey, YouTube. Hey, IG. Hey, Facebook. Come on in. It's Thursday. I had a hectic day yesterday mentally. So I'm going to share what happened to me yesterday. And I know that some of you have experienced this same exact thing, right? And so every year I go through this level of stress. And I'm going to share that shit with y'all, all right? Besides the topic that's up here. Now, good morning, Rashmi. Good morning, Kev SD. The reason why this topic is up here today, because I'm going to be perfectly honest with y'all. I was so fucked up in the head yesterday, and I'm going to tell y'all why I was fucked up in the head yesterday. I didn't have a topic, right? But then I saw some shit that I laughed at on social media, right? And then I said, oh, I'm just going to make that shit my topic today because I can't be too serious and heavy because I had a heavy day yesterday, y'all. So we're going to talk about that. Hey, Johnny Hill. Great show last night. Y'all were hilarious. I couldn't participate as much. I had a mentally draining day yesterday, but I was there. Y'all were acting out yesterday, last night. So for all those that do not join Arts and Crafts Wednesday evenings at 8:30, please do so. Johnny Hill is the host, and he has another host on the show, two hosts on the show, and they talk about the arts, all right, amongst other things, all right. They were acting out yesterday, okay. There was congratulations in order for anniversaries and all types of things, all right. And so make sure you tune in to Arts and Crafts. But good fucking morning. Hey, Protagonist. Catch you on YouTube in about 20 minutes. Yes. Okay. So Protagonist also has the 7 forms of income that's on YouTube. So please make sure you are following Protagonist. We are supporting each other, right? This is how we grow, right? We start off with we have to support each other, right? Little bit of support is some support, right? So make sure you tune into Protagonist in about 20 minutes or so. 20 minutes, my show is going to be still going on. Or do you mean you're going to be on YouTube 20 minutes on my show? What we doing? But Protagonist does have a show that normally starts right after my show. And sometimes he comes on before my show. Follow his YouTube, okay? Follow his IG page. You will see him. Johnny, you know, you ain't got to. You ain't got to. All right. I love that show. I love arts and crafts. You were acting out last night. I'm telling you. And good morning, Angel. Yes, I've been missing you. I've been following you though, in all your trips and in all your glory. All right. But welcome back, Angel. All right. Good morning. Good morning. So I want to share some shit with y'all. Hey, ooh, good morning. That y'all see the topic. Just found out what the fuck if you found out your engagement ring was fake. The only reason why I'm talking about this shit today is because I saw some shit on social media where the girl held out her finger, and I'll get into that detail, right? Some of you guys, some people saw it posted on my Facebook page and commented on it or whatever, but I will get into that. All right. But I want to start out by saying, baby, yesterday was a hectic day for many of you that work in corporate America. Listen, we laugh and we joke about inflation. Okay, when we go to the grocery stores and we see no food on the shelves, okay, some of us that work every day, that is able to drive around and get food in our houses and make do in these times of inflation, please don't take that shit for granted, y'all. I'm serious. Please don't take that shit for granted. I had a fucking wake up call yesterday. I mean, I have it every year, but for some reason, yesterday for me was a wake up call. It was a heavy day for me yesterday. So, corporate America, some companies go by, you know, calendar year, January to December. Some companies go by fiscal year, June to the end of August, right? And so my company is fiscal year. So we're in our last quarter right now. Okay. This is what we're doing. We're in our last quarter right now. Um, June to June, actually. So we start our new quarter July. Okay. So the thing is that I knew that every year we have layoffs. This is very serious, y'all. Every year we have layoffs. This is corporate America. This is why I tell people that work for the government in the state that you motherfuckers are lucky, right? Because they can't just walk in and go, you fired, right? And then people that are with the unions, they can't just walk in and say, you fired, okay? But there were layoffs on my job yesterday, okay? I knew they were coming. I've been stressed for a week. That's why I say be kind to people. You don't know what people are going through. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know what internal battles people are going through. I was fucking stressed for a week. And the amazing thing is that, I kept saying, I do good work, but you know what? In corporate America, it doesn't matter whether you're a good worker. Sometimes it's about your pay scale. Sometimes your job is just not necessary anymore. Sometimes, it's just business, right? And so yesterday, not only my old boss that I just transferred from was let go, right? But the new boss that I was transferred to was let go. Hey, so blessed 2021, right? And so when they did a meeting that day, I'm sitting on a call thinking to myself, okay, the fuck. Okay, somebody on that call was brave enough to ask the question I could not ask. Are the layoffs over? Are we good? Right? And someone asked that question, and they said, "If you are on this call right the fuck now, you are safe." So, baby, I'm just gonna do a little celebration real quick. Look, look, look. Wait, y'all can't see my glass, right? I'm gonna do a little celebration real quick. Look, I'm putting whipped cream on my Emma effing iced coffee this morning. You hear what I'm saying? Because a bitch celebrating, a bitch is safe, all right? Because I do coffee with friends. This shit is free. But I need my 9 to 5, y'all. The fuck? All right. So I just want to share that with y'all. Do not take for granted the comfortability you have during this inflation, because for some that shit is gone. One guy got let go. He is 50 years old with an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old. That is hard. Do not take it for granted. All right? Be kind to people. You don't know what the fuck people got going on, y'all. Be kind. I'm gonna sip my shit now. Mm, mm. Happy fucking Thursday. On to some good uplifting news. But that was my day yesterday, and that's what Coffee with Friends is about. Unpacking shit that bothers us, that's tormenting us. And let me tell you something. That shit had me because said good. I've been laid off twice. It's not fun. Listen, let me tell you something. Me too. I was laid off twice too. And you know, when you think you all big and bad, you be like, I don't care, but my feelings was hella hurt. Okay? Hella hurt. I got great packages, but that's not the point. You know, it's an awful, awful feeling. So listen, I can't say this enough. If you have a job and you got a motherfucking roof over your head and you able to put groceries in your house, it's a blessing. And so I have grace for another fiscal year. Thank God. And with that, on to the motherfucking topic. Happy Thursday, y'all. That's right, So Blessed. I am celebrating because let me tell you something. I'm celebrating for me, but I'm very hurt for some of the people that got let go. So I'm still unpacking that shit, okay? Angel said, at Johnny, I missed y'all, but I was living my best VIP life in Vegas, though. I saw that shit. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, I'm over here worried about being laid the fuck off. And Angel is over there taking glory pictures in Vegas, living her best life. I was like, mm, 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 mm. Anyway, y'all, so look at the topic I have today for y'all. This wasn't gonna be my topic because my head was fucked up, but I posted a video on my timeline. So this is a fun topic, fun, right? Because hopefully y'all don't really get mad about shit like this. I mean, I might be annoyed. My ass might itch a little bit, but think about it, right? Let's talk about how you would feel in the event this happened to you. So I posted a video on my page where these people were at some kind of concert, some kind of venue or whatever. And you know how they have the diamond test machine where they go around and test your diamonds to see if they real and shit like that. And so this woman stuck her hand out because she wanted her engagement ring to be tested. She was proud. She had a nice engagement ring on. And when the guy came over with the hey Joe Pitt, when he came over with the machine, the thing said bonk. That meant her shit wasn't real. Right? How would you feel if you found out? Now, see, I looked at the situation and I said, what the fuck? Hey, Jello, good morning. I looked at the situation and I said, what the fuck? First of all, you know the type of man that you're with. You should already know his income levels and shit like that. Oh, I wouldn't even put my finger out there if I had any doubts. But she threw her hand out there. She obviously had no doubts. And then the machine buzzed and she looked deflated. She was embarrassed in front of all these people. She found out her engagement ring was not real. If that was you, what the fuck are y'all doing? Would you be upset? I mean, I have to think about this for a minute. I would be upset because you made me think it was real and I'm going around acting like it's real and I just embarrassed my motherfucking self and found out it's not real. But would I leave him? I don't know. Right? What would you do if that was your situation? You found out in a public forum that your engagement ring was not real. Would you be the fuck mad? Right? Is the relationship more important at that point, or is the ring more important? Or are you mad because he gave you a ring that wasn't real? What y'all doing? Mm, what are y'all doing? And then, for those that would not accept the ring that's fake, would you rather your man be in debt and purchase a ring where he got to make payment plans on? Would you rather him be in debt? Because keep in mind that the future for the both of y'all, your finances are going to be combined. And if he still has this payment overhead, guess what the fuck? It might impact the finances jointly in the household. Do you want to be in that situation? What would you do? Hey, Matter. PI won it. Hopefully, hopefully I didn't mess that up. But good morning. Good morning. How would y'all feel? Nothing? Nobody would feel anything? Listen, I had the fear when I went and sold my ring. I didn't know what they were going to tell me in the Diamond District, but I knew my man. And I knew that he would never give me a fake ring. But this is what I say to people. And I posted this in a comment on somebody else's post. We go out with our men, we date our men, we court our men, and then we act like we don't know the men that we are dating. We get upset when we find out that they didn't purchase us real diamonds, or we get upset when we find out that our ring isn't valued as much as we thought it should be. But think about it. We should know our men's financial situation when we get with them, right? What they are able to accomplish, right? And also when we expect these diamond rings, right? Do we think about how it's going to impact us financially in the future? Oh, one reliable sin. Wait a minute. Angel had the opposite. One reliable sin said two words. Mine insured. So yours is real because when you went to get it insured, you had to have it appraised. Okay. That's the thing. You have to get it appraised. Hey, Tanya. Good morning. Good morning, Soulful BBW. Angel, you said you had the opposite happen to me. What does that mean? You had the opposite shit happen to you. Opposite in what way? Men, for the men that are on here this morning, protagonist Johnny Hill, what pressures do you have when you're out ring shopping? How do you feel when you're out there in these jewelry stores and you are shopping for rings? What pressures are on you? Do you worry about the size of the ring that you already the size of the ring that you're going to get her? Do you concentrate on the cut of the ring? What worries do you walk into that jewelry store with when you are going to get your significant other that engagement ring? One reliable sin, I'm dead. I can't. She said, you already know my promise situation. Yes, I do. I'm dead. I need to know from Angel what the heck was the opposite situation that happened to her. I swear, no matter what topic I put up here, I put the guest link up in case anybody wants to jump on. But I swear, no matter what the fuck I put up here, all right? Um, somebody always has a situation that's related to the topic. So I need to know, Angel, what was the opposite that happened to you? Okay. I mean, the opposite of fake ring. You thought it was fake and it was real. Is that the opposite thing that happened to you? Because I need to understand. All right. I need to understand. Hey, Amazon 46 Triple D. You know, some of us, Yoga Girl side, some of us have been engaged, proposed to multiple times. I've never been officially proposed to. I've never had a really romantic proposal. I've been married twice, but I never had a romantic proposal. Nobody ever got down on one knee and said, "Will you marry me?" Like, it was never like that. Like, and so when I see people get proposed to and there's these big fancy proposals, right? And they pull out these rings, I be like, damn it, them rings got to be real. They went through this whole fucking shit to propose, right? Meanwhile, I did have a real diamond, but I didn't get the romantic proposal, right? I wanted the romantic proposal. Would I have preferred the romantic proposal and then still had a ring that wasn't real? I don't know. Okay? I don't know. I never had a romantic proposal. One reliable sin, was your proposal romantic? The other day I saw a proposal given, again, a video on IG, I believe it was. And it was a girl's birthday party. And all of a sudden, her favorite song came on the radio. And she was like, I mean, the DJ started playing her favorite song. And she was like, oh my God, this is my favorite song. Oh my God. And she's singing it and she's vibing to the shit. And meanwhile, her man done went behind her. Good morning, AG. Her man done went behind her, got down the fuck on one knee. And when she turned around, baby, she dropped down and she was in tears, right? And I was like, huh, clutching my invisible pearls like, what the fuck? Like, I never had a romantic proposal. Like, do I look like the person that says, don't give that bitch a romantic proposal? Just be like, you want to marry me? The fuck we get married? Like, that shit is corny. Like, do I look like I deserve a corny proposal? The fuck? Oh, AG, you saw that? Wasn't that beautiful? I was like, why people can't just, why can't somebody be proposed to me like that? Why the fuck I got to be the one that they just look at me and be like, well, what the fuck, you want to get married? And I'd be like, okay, whatever. That's corny, right? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember the moments. I think my first husband, how he proposed to me was, he was in the shower. We didn't even live together, but we had an apartment. The rules were we couldn't really live together. You know, we were 7-day Adventists. We were trying to do the right thing. And so he would come over a couple of days a week. We were half doing the wrong thing. And I remember he went in the bathroom to take a shower and he was like, hey, let's get married. I was like, for real? And then my fiance, when he proposed to me, I guess this was the most romantic. These are my proposal moments. This is the most romantic. I came home and I had gotten y'all. I told y'all the story before on Coffee with Friends about how, hey Harlem, hey Harlem, Nefer Nails one. I hope I said that right. um, the dog that he didn't want, that he fell in love with, he put the diamond ring on the dog's collar. And every day when I would come home, my dog would run to the door. Jinx would run to the door and greet me. So this particular evening, I came through the door and Jinx came to the door and he greeted me and I picked Jinx up and everything, hugged him and whatever. Didn't even notice the fucking ring on his collar, put the dog down and went about my business. My fiance at the time, he was like, you pet the dog? Like, that was quick or whatever. And I was like, why are you harassing me about this dog? I picked up the dog again and the ring was on the dog's neck. Okay. And I was surprised and I looked over and he asked me to marry him. So I guess that's the most romantic. But shit, I'm going to tell you no lie. I doubt I'll ever get married again. I'm not sure. Right. You know, I mean, I'm not going to say never. Never is never. I'm never gonna say never, right? But I don't know. But if I do, I'm just putting it out on in the motherfucking universe. Anybody out there planning on asking me to marry them the fuck? Can y'all get on one knee? I need a romantic proposal this time. I don't give a damn. Hey hey mother, Sandy Johnson, aka Mother. One reliable sin said, hey, the general. Yes, it was around the holidays and both of our family was there. I turned and Babe was on one knee and I was so shamed. It was cute as fuck though, but I'm not ready. Wait, listen. The fuck? I remember that shit. We celebrate 13 years today. I love that one reliable sin. I mean, I love it though. I love it. All right. So Angel is coming on to tell us her story. All right. Let's make this a fun Thursday because I mean, my mental state is fucked up from yesterday, right? I'm still getting over the fact that some people that I work with are no longer there. This unpacking these layoffs takes time. So mentally, my head is in a space that I'm trying to get out of. So you guys, please have patience with me today. If my energy is not like it normally is, okay? That's why I say be the fuck kind. You don't know what the fuck we got going on up here, okay? All right. I'm coming, Angel. Johnny said the first ring I proposed to my wife was a little tiny ring that was gifted to me, and we found out that the diamond was fake. But I told my wife that it was a placeholder ring anyway. Thank you, Johnny. See, motherfuckers, I bring a topic to Coffee with Friends, and motherfuckers be acting like I'm crazy, right? Motherfuckers be acting like I'm crazy. But see, the real joy in this is when motherfuckers can come on Coffee with Friends and admit that their shit is the topic. Okay, Johnny Hill admits that the first ring he gave his wife was gifted to him. He was unaware, but they found out the diamond was fake, but it was a placeholder. And when they got married, he replaced her ring. What we doing out here? What's more important? Okay, let's hear what Angel has to say. Hey, Angel.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Let me turn IG users around so that they can see what's going on. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, Angel,
I
aka
I
Lulu
am still
Bell.
recovering. I'm still recovering. I caught that shit while I was out
You
there.
caught COVID?
Mhm.
All right. So, what's your symptoms? How you feeling?
Just congestion. That's it.
All right, but your energy is
Just
good.
congestion.
You
No
could
big
taste
deal.
shit.
Yeah.
You have
I'll be
taste.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But I had the opposite happen to me. So at the time I was seeing a gentleman and he was actually married, okay?
Okay.
So it's a little complicated. So he was married and his marriage was going south, whatever. And he was like, I want to, spend the rest of my life with you. Like this is it, and all this other stuff. And I believed him. I drank the Kool-Aid. I drank the Kool-Aid,
We
and
drink Kool-Aid sometime. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
we
The fuck?
right. I drank the Kool-Aid. He proposed to me in front of my mother, down on one knee, and the ring was absolutely beautiful. It was so beautiful that I didn't believe that it was real. I was like, this gotta be, this can't be real. Like you're
Wow.
married, you got a wife, you got three
And you giving me
kids,
a diamond ring.
and you're giving me a diet. Like, there's no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way.
Right.
And 3 years later, relationship went terribly south. And I went to the jeweler where he bought it from, and I wanted to return it. Just asking, what can I do with this? I have this. I know that he bought it from here. What can I do with it? And he says, well, we'll take it back if you spend twice as much money as he paid for it. So I said, okay, well, how much did he? I'm thinking,
You thinking
maybe
1,000, 2,500,
right,
some
right, right,
shit
right.
like
I'm
that, right?
thinking
Okay.
15,000.
Baby! What?
I said, so I got to spend 30?
No, that ring would be back on my finger or on my neck. The fuck?
It was in Vegas with me.
I know that shit is right. Cause I'm like, what the fuck, baby? Who now see that's a twister. Cause who the
Uh-huh.
fuck thinks their ring is fake and finds out the shit is $15,000 worth of real?
Right.
Wow. So when you said the relationship went south, because that was complicated. Now I'm nosy. Did he ever get divorced?
I don't know. I have zero contact.
I
It's
mean,
a
at the time of y'all breakup, was he still married legally? Like y'all were engaged.
yes.
He was.
Yes.
Angel, you're not the only person. I know somebody who, I can't say their names or whatever because it's really not my story to tell. So I know somebody that was in that situation where they were married. Okay. Husband come home every night. All right. And this is true, y'all. Husband come home every night. And one day, the other woman slipped a note under her door. Okay. And the letter read, I'm engaged to your husband. Okay. Picture of the ring. They had a ring. Her husband, the Christmas gifts that he would buy his wife, he bought the same for the side piece fiance. I don't know what the fuck to call a side piece fiance. But these men are out here doing it. There's another situation I know where a motherfucker tried to get whole married and he had a whole nother wife.
Yeah, we didn't do
Legally
that.
married, and he tried to get whole married to another wife. I know somebody else who was married to a pastor who found out that he had a whole wife still legally married to in another state.
He's a
Okay,
pastor. He's a
so
pastor.
he's a pastor. Okay, he's a pastor.
And
So
a high school
motherfuckers do
principal.
this shit. So when you say it's complicated, Angel, your situation is not rare. I
Mhm.
want to say this, y'all. It's unfortunate, but it's not real. Motherfuckers are out here getting engaged and they got whole wives at home. Motherfuckers out here trying to get married to new people and they got whole wives at home. Okay,
Mhm.
this shit is really fucking happening out here.
And
I,
she knew about me.
oh, so maybe they were into polygamy.
No, not that one. It's another one that I
Mm,
got that's into that. But
okay,
but she he was taking a shower, left his wallet on the bed. She went through his wallet and she found a picture of me, a letter I had written to him, and the receipt for the ring.
and she stayed.
No, she was just they live in California.
Okay,
So the cost of living is so high,
Yeah.
she couldn't afford to leave,
Yeah.
and he, it was just basically a business arrangement at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she ended up moving out, but so did
Yeah.
I. I moved on as well.
Oh, Cheryl Lee says she was tired of waiting, so she was helping him move the process along by slipping a note under the door. Yes, I'm telling you, she was. Because I said to myself, what benefit is there for the side piece to slip a note under the door of the wife, right? Because
Mhm.
what is ultimately going to happen? I mean, realistically, does the wife I know I'm asking this question and somebody's going to throw a potato at me, but do these wives really leave?
Imma tell you what happens because it happened to me.
Okay.
It puts you in competition mode.
Yes.
When you're the wife and you find out about another woman, it puts you in competition mode. And if you step back and take your emotions out of it and think about it, you're really competing for a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like you're competing for trash. But when you're in the fishbowl, you can't see
You
it.
can't see it.
You
You
can't
sucking the
see it.
D harder.
And
You
all
flipping
you
off
see is
chandeliers harder.
you see another woman coming in, taking something that's yours, and you want to fight and you want to
Yeah.
keep it and you want to, maintain what you have when really the best thing you can do is you can have them. Take
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
you know?
That's an interesting comment that you injected there. Let me see. Future Angel, that dude sounds like he wanted sister wives. That's what I said. That's what I said.
He probably does.
The
He,
general said, I thought about proposing, but that was in the alternate universe. I'm just joking my ass off. I'm in 12 years of marriage. I'm good. But did you propose or did you just say, let's get married? One of those things. But Angel, I'm so glad that you said that, like the competition thing or whatever, because, my second question is this. When people are in relationships, right? And, say for instance, there is a mistress on the side, right? Does the wife stay in the marriage? I wonder. This is just a question, right? Because it never happened to me. Because when a motherfucker cheat on me, I'd be like, what? And I'm packing and shit. I'm not, I might come back to you.
but you leave it.
But I gotta go. I got to go, and you got to shed a couple of tears. You got to do some begging and shit to get me the fuck back first, right? And
Mhm.
so I want to know when women find out that their men are cheating, right? Why do they feel that they need to stay and fight? Like, what is that? Like, and again, when we're in it, we don't see it, right? We're
Mhm.
just we're just fighting. But when we come out of it, do we ever ask ourselves, what the fuck was I doing? And why am I fighting for something that I shouldn't even have to fight for? Do we even ask ourselves that shit?
This is what I believe. I believe that women compete with other women unnecessarily.
Baby, why did I'm gonna slap you, Angel. Where the fuck? Because why did I just have this conversation last night with a friend of mine?
Mhm.
I asked him, I said, do men compete with each other, friendships, whatever the case may be? He was like, he's not going to say no.
Mhm.
He said,
But it's
maybe
not
some
like
men
us.
get into their feelings, but he feels that women do it more.
Mhm.
What is the competition?
Because when
Why?
we find out about the other woman, what do? We stalk her social media. We see what she looked like, where she worked, where she lived, what kind of car she drive, and we start to compare and contrast, right? Well,
Yeah.
she looks like that. I look like this. And she works here, I'll work there. And look at her pictures. We share the pictures with our girlfriends. Like, look at this
Look
bitch.
at this. Why the fuck he with this? Look at me. Look at
Look
that.
at
Right?
right, right. And
Mm.
that's the wrong lane. That's the
It
wrong lane. We
is.
need to look at the offender. And the offender is not the woman. It's
True.
not.
True. It's not. But you know what? We always go after the woman. We always do.
Mhm.
We always do. The men are the catalyst of it all. But
Right.
then when we are competing, when we're in this fishbowl and we cannot see outside of that, right? We're swimming around the fuck and we're
Mhm.
swimming right past his ass and we're swimming around on top of her,
Right.
right? Because all we focusing on is why the fuck is she still here? Look at the
Mhm.
fuck. Why the fuck she don't leave my man alone? But is it her problem? Is it her fault or is
It
it
is
his?
not. It is not.
I mean, I don't know. I've been in I've never listen, cheat on me. I can't. I gotta go. Like I said, I gotta come. I might come back, but I gotta go because I can't be in a situation where I absolutely know that you're cheating. Now I've been a side piece before. Now I said that on the show. Now because I don't give a shit about what people say about me. Because if I tell my own stories, you don't have no weapons to hold against me.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I've been a side piece before. So I did my little sin. The fuck. Okay. So, but I've never been in competition mode when I was a side piece. I went in and I knew what I was doing and that was it. And I walked away. It was never because I wanted a relationship. But I did have a guy, an Italian guy that was interested in me at one point, and I never dated a guy outside of my race and culture before.
Really?
I've
That's a
never,
topic.
I've
That's a
never.
topic. That is a
Not that
topic.
I'm not open to it, but I get scared like to see the nakedness of it all. I don't
The
know.
pink.
Yeah, and I don't know because, and I be scared like when you talk dirty during sex, like what name you gonna call me? Like, am I gonna get fucked up if you call me the right thing? I'm be like, you white, you gotta be careful what the fuck you say to me.
That's
So
true.
I don't know. I don't know. I be on the fence with shit like that. But he was married, okay, and we worked together for years. But at this particular time, when we synced back up, we didn't work together anymore. And so he wanted to date me. He wanted to travel me. He wanted to, and I was like, okay, you want to date me. You want to travel me. You want to take care of me. Right. I said, but what about your wife? He was like, yeah, but we have the kids. So it was like one of those situations where he wanted to maintain a family lifestyle because he had these kids, but he wanted this
Mhm.
Hershey chocolate to travel
Mhm.
with him, to suck his peen and do all these magical things with him that he must not have been doing what his wife. And I'm
Of
not
course.
gonna tell you no lies. For a minute, I was like, do I want to do this?
I
Do
probably
I
would
want
have.
to try this?
Hmm.
And the only thing that saved me from that, and this is my fucking honest, and this is my truth, y'all, is because I met somebody else and I started dating somebody else. But if I would have remained in that single space, I'd have did a Lori Harvey. Fuck. I'd have walked that cat. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not. I'm not saying I'm right by far, but this is how these affairs start, y'all.
Mhm.
These married men go out there and they throw themselves out there and we attack the women. We start looking at the wife, we start comparing ourselves to the wife, but the wife ain't got shit to do with this.
Nothing at all.
And do you find that most times the wives be looking all homely and shit and you be like, you be
Wrong.
like, this is some fucked up shit. You don't put a ring on that bitch finger, but you want to side me. Look at me.
Let me tell you what she did. Listen,
I know that's rude. Sorry, y'all.
girlfriend was walking around here looking like Cleo from Set It Off, okay? This is how she will wear just real she looked like Cleo from Set It Off. You know who Cleo is, right? Queen Latifah and Set It
Yes.
Off. Okay.
Yes, with the braids in the back.
That's
Yeah,
that's
you
how she
know.
looked. So after she found out about me and the picture she saw was bad, baby. It was a
So
so when she saw
fellas, go ahead. Go ahead. I have a question for the fellas off of this.
okay,
Go
when
ahead
she
and
saw that
finish.
picture, all of a sudden on all her social media, she started getting glammed up. No more chucks and hoodies. Like she started doing her hair, putting on a little lip gloss or makeup and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, I helped her glow up.
Yeah, and that happens too. Natalia said, I think women who are in lengthy marriages take stock in what they built over the years. So their choice is made to fight for the family, house, kids. That's a great point, Tally,
That's
right?
true.
That is a great point. They have invested. Some
Mhm.
people really think when people say, I've invested in this relationship, we're not talking monetary, right? We're
Mhm.
talking
It's
time.
time,
We're talking
effort.
effort. We're talking mental. We're talking
Mhm.
everything that we put in. And I'm gonna tell you something, Tally. You said that I felt that shit because that is one of the reasons why when people said to me, "Oh my God, you were with somebody for 20 years and you never got married." Like people used to say stupid shit like that to me all the time. Oh my God, how could you do that? And I was like, because the longer you're in it, right?
Mhm.
You go, damn it, I invested in this shit. How the
Yeah.
fuck do I walk away from something that I invested in? So you find yourself staying. Staying. Next minute you know, you're like, damn, I'm 20 years in this shit. I'm 20 years in this shit. So, Tally, I would agree with you. A lot of people focus on what they invest, and that's not money, it's time, it's emotions. It's building of families. We didn't have any children together, but we built a house. We had our finances together. We were papered up together. We were domestic partners. It was a lot of invested time. And so, what ultimately happened with us is, I think, sometimes you have to ask yourself, are we together out of habit? Or are we together out of love? Right? And I started to think that we were together out of habit. We were together out of just used to being together. You know what I'm saying? And
It's
so
comfortable.
every time we broke up, and life happened, we find ourselves back together because we were each other's security blanket. Right? But that's not a reason to stay. Right? It's not a reason to stay. And yet the beauty of it all is that he and I are still friends. So we found a space to be friends, right? And sometimes you have to look at your relationship and go, am I staying out of habit? And I had this conversation with my girlfriend 2 days ago, where she was telling me of a situation, and I said that to her. And she said, that's a great point. Staying out of habit. Sometimes you got to ask yourself, Johnny said, wait, Johnny said, oh, well, Cheryl Lee said, yeah, sometimes it's cheaper to keep them. That's true. Johnny Hill says, someone really close to me was married with children and had a whole other family in a different state and got exposed because of social media. Johnny, I'm going to tell you that happened to my cousin. And the reason why I could tell y'all this story is because she posted the shit herself on Facebook. So once you post your business out on Facebook, I feel like it's public. So I'm going to talk about it. So one day I woke up and I looked on Facebook, and my cousin was blasting her husband. She lives in Korea. Okay, her husband is in the military. He told her he was in the Middle East fighting a war for his country. Okay, she found out he was up in the United States with a whole fucking girl and family, living a vida loca life with a whole separate family. He was not in the Middle East. She's in Korea. Her husband is in the United States, fucking and bucking and making other families. And she's crying and mourning and praying for his soul, thinking he in the Middle East fighting at the front line. So these motherfuckers are dangerous out here. Okay. This shit happens. And when she posted that on social media, I was like, baby, you should take this down, because when you take him back, you're going to look crazy.
Right.
Baby, she is pregnant today with twins by that same man that had a whole separate family in the fucking United States of America while she was in Korea. So this is why I say, y'all motherfuckers be out here talking about, oh, my nigga out here with a whole family. Fuck him. I'ma leave him. And then 7 months later, you on the thing talking about, boop, we got twins coming. Now I know if my family listens to this, they're gonna cuss me out. But this is what the fuck happens when you put your shit on Facebook. It's public information, y'all. I won't tell your story if it's not out there.
I will never post a man on social media. Nothing negative or positive.
You're not gonna post your man on social media?
Absolutely
Hey, Fire
not.
One. Hey, Doc Holiday, J. Joe. Tanya said, I felt like that initially, but then I realized he was not worth it. Okay, Tanya, you felt like what initially? Natalia says, it's so cliche that the burden of being the glue ultimately falls on the woman. Yes, that's another topic. The woman being the glue of the relationship. Why do we feel we are the glue to the relationship in marriages? That's a great question. Anybody want to answer that? Why do us women feel we are the glue that holds not only our relationship, but our fucking families together? I feel the burden as a woman in my family to keep my family together. I got 4 motherfucking brothers. The fuck? But the woman is the one that keeps the family together. Why is that? That's a great question. Hey, Veronica Madison. Hey, Blades and Bars. Tanya said, I'm interested so much. I've invested so much time into the marriage. And that's the thing that hurts. When we cry because a marriage is over, right? People think it's because, I've had people say, oh my God, you're so stupid. You're a chicken. You crying over that motherfucker. Yes, bitch. I spent all these years. I'm crying for the loss of my motherfucking time. Let
Yeah.
me fucking mourn. Like, people are so fucking insensitive.
Mhm.
You know what
It's
I'm
a
saying?
whole you're grieving. You're grieving the death of a relationship, a friendship, the death of trust, of, what you perceived. It's a real thing. It's like a funeral. It literally
It
is
is.
like it's like a funeral. You're mourning the death of a relationship.
Right. Exactly. And people didn't understand that with me. They were like, damn, all the shit he did to you, this has nothing
Doesn't
to do
matter.
with what the fuck he did to
Mhm.
me. This has to
Mhm.
do with 20 years of my time is gone.
Yep. That you can never get back.
I'm fucking crying for myself. The fuck? You know? And people didn't understand that. But what I realize is that as people go through their relationships and their own experiences, I find people that come back to me all the time now and be like, oh girl, I know what you were talking
They
about. Oh girl,
understand.
they be like, their man be cheating on them. I be like, you still there?
Mhm.
You still there? And they be like, oh girl, I know what you're talking about. I had a cousin that once used to say, and she's gonna probably hear this on this show. She used to be like, "I'ma leave my man if he cheat. I wouldn't fucking put up with that shit." And she used to listen. I was like, "Stop running your fucking mouth. We all put up with the shit at one time or another and still keep our man. Stop the shit." No, I'm not. Well, baby, she was pregnant. Another girl was pregnant at the same time, and I looked at her and I said, "You leaving your man, boo? You leaving your man?" Okay. Next minute, these kids grow up 4 or 5 years old. She got her daughter and the other baby mama daughter with her. The two little sisters playing together. I said, "Oh, so now you still with your man and you with his kid that's the same age as your kid." That's why I tell motherfuckers out here all the time, stop attacking people for how they treat their
Mhm.
relationships, because until you're in the situation, you don't know how the fuck you're gonna act. People are
Right.
so quick to call other motherfuckers stupid for dealing with shit that maybe later on down the line that they might have to deal with. And then you looking at them like, what?
Never say never.
Never say never, and stop calling people stupid for the
Yeah.
situations that they're dealing with. Okay. Johnny says someone really close to me was married. Oh, I read that. I read that. Cheryl Lee said, that's right, at Tally. That's why I say sometimes it's cheaper to keep them and at this point become a business deal. Also, we have to remember, if we are in relationships that are long term, because I also find this, right? And this is a tough one, right? How we start our relationships isn't always how the relationships progress.
Mhm.
Right? And I had this conversation with a friend of mine last night also, right? You start a relationship, everything is okie dokie. You cooking all the time, you sucking the dick all the time,
Uh-huh.
y'all fucking on a regular basis, y'all are in this euphoric space, la 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 la. Everything is great. 2, 3 years later, 2, 3 years later,
It's
your man
different.
is like, you don't suck my dick every day. What the fuck is wrong with you? You be like, bitch, you see all that laundry I had to do? The fuck, I'm tired. Right? 2, 3 years down the line, shit starts to get funny. Then 7 years down the line, it gets even worse. Right? What we need to remember when we are in relationships is that how you start a relationship isn't always how the relationship is going to progress, unless both parties remain conscious and make sure that one person is not taking on more of the burden in the household than the other. Because what happens is that, my guy friend said to me last night, well, isn't the woman supposed to be domestic? I said, see, this is the fucking shit that makes me scratch inside of my asshole.
Toxic
Not even my
masculinity might.
ass. Not even I don't even want to scratch my ass. I want to scratch inside my ass when people say that, because we scream that these are different times, right? But then
Mhm.
at the same time, some of these men are still expecting women to take on a domestic responsibility. But then you also are expecting us to be in the workforce and contribute to these bills.
Right.
And when we say that, we are looked at sideways like, why the fuck you think you shouldn't contribute? It's not that I'm saying I shouldn't contribute, but if I am out there working just like you, why do you feel that I need
Mhm.
to take on the domestic abilities of the house? Nigga, you need to come in here, and with love, I said that. You need to come in here and pick up the broom and the vacuum and do some laundry too. Just like we are splitting the responsibility of running the household from a monetary perspective, we have to split the domestic responsibilities too. And that's what happens in a lot of relationships.
Can I challenge that though, Raw?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and challenge it for the fellas. Um, as women, are we expected to cut the grass? Are we expected to take the car for maintenance? Are we
Well,
expected?
come on, because I got an answer for that shit. Come on. Yeah. Are we expected to cut the grass? Come on. Are we expected to take our car for maintenance? Come through, girl.
I'm not taking out trash. I'm not cutting grass. I'm not putting gas in my car. I'm not getting an oil change. I'm not,
We twins, bitch. We twins, bitch. Because these men don't understand. And that's what I mean. Now, see, if you doing that shit for me,
Mhm.
but see, I had a whole fucking man.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
I had a
When
whole
you're
man
right,
that
when
wanted me to
you're
be
in a
domestic.
relationship, yeah, and you're both working, I have
Both
no
working.
problem taking care of domestic stuff.
Me either.
As long as we're checking down the checking the boxes and you're doing all those
Exactly.
things, then it's
Exactly.
fine. But if you're not doing those things and you're expecting me to do domestic stuff and I got to put gas in my own car and I got to go get an oil change and I got to bring the groceries in the house and I got to take the trash, I'm
I'm
not.
motherfucking single. And this is what I say. I tell
Right.
motherfuckers this all the time, and guys look at me like I'm crazy. They be like, "Robin, are you serious?" I'm gonna tell you, Angel. I had a whole man, and I could be a bitch. I'll let my man know I'm going to the maintenance. I'm single. What the fuck you doing here?
Mhm.
Right? So this is what I mean. I'm with you, Angel. I don't mind doing the domestic duties in the house, but baby, I don't know if you see some of my stories I posted. I posted a story with me sitting at the car wash, and I put in the commentary, if y'all know me, y'all know I don't the fuck want to be here. I hate going to the car wash. I hate
Yeah.
going to the mechanic. I don't want to take care of my car.
Mhm.
Period. So if I have a man and I had a whole man that let me do all that shit myself, I needed tires for my car. This motherfucker didn't get tires for my car. I said,
Mm-mm.
okay, then I don't need you. See, I don't want to be with somebody that expects me to be domestic and expects me to go
Mhm.
out there and put fucking gas in my car and talk to the maintenance man and car wash my car. I'm not doing all that.
Right.
I'll be by
Yeah.
myself first.
Yeah.
Right. And so when I date Angel, that's something I say to them up front. These are early. I don't like putting gas in my car. I don't like doing that. You
Mhm.
do that. And some men be like, what? All you got to do is go to car wash. Okay, well, then you're not
No.
for me.
You're not it.
You're
Yeah.
not it.
You're not it.
And
And
they
just
think I'm petty. I'm glad
a
I'm
deal
glad you
breaker
think
for
that.
me, and this sounds real petty, but it's important to me, is I don't open doors.
You
If
know,
I'm if I'm with you, I'm not opening no doors, and I will stand there and wait
yeah. You know
until
what's
you.
sad, Angel? AG, I don't know if he's still on here. AG said to me one day, he said, Robin, and he's not my man, he's just my friend. But he always acts as a gentleman. So when I go to the door, he reaches for the door, but most times I'll reach for the door first. And one day he said to me, he said, please. He was like, you have to drop that energy. You have to
Mhm.
let people treat you like a lady.
Mhm.
He said, and I said, oh my God, I have been untrained to be a lady. You know, for real. Because
Yeah.
I don't stop. I used to stop at the door, Angel, but this goes to show you
Mhm.
that I must have had men in my life that untrained me to be.
They didn't show up for you. They didn't show up for you. And that's why men talk about women not being submissive. And the reason why is because we've had men not show up for us. And so we step in to do the things that they should be doing. And we have to take a step back and accept some accountability for it. Like,
Yes,
you know what?
definitely, because we accepted it.
We accepted it.
We
We
accepted
accepted
it.
it.
We
Right.
accepted it. We accepted it. And so I'm not accepting this shit no more. So now when AG brought that to my attention, now when we're walking, I stop. And I
Mm-hmm.
stand there. I consciously have to tell myself, stop, don't grab the door. Stop. And I let him
Mm-hmm.
open the door so that it puts me in a place when I go out on a date.
Yep.
I stop and I let the gentleman open up the door. Cause I'm like, damn, I done
Yeah.
forgot how to be a lady.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I have two sons, and my sons do it for me. My sons do it. My sons will open the
Yeah, my
doors
son
for me.
opens the door for me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But but I have to be conscious to stop because I would grab that shit.
Yeah, no. No, I'm not.
So we are twins. Natalia said, what happened to the time when men enjoyed doing those things for their women? Like pumping gas, opening doors. That's the basics. I don't the fuck know.
I don't know
I
either.
don't know. Like car wash. You need to come and get my car. When you take your car to the car wash, Take your
Mine
car to the
too.
car wash, come back and park your car, come and get my car, take my car to the car wash. What's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
If I got to go to the car wash, I said this to my husband. I'm not lying. I'm like, I feel I'm single. If you
Mm-hmm.
see me at the car wash, I'm single. If you see me at the mechanic, I'm single. I literally, when I needed tires for my car, Angel, this is a true story. I called my ex that I was with 20 years while I was in my marriage. And my ex was like, what? You got a whole man there and he can't help you get tires? I'm like, listen, I need tires for my car. What the fuck I need to do? This man specced out my tires, told me what to get, told me which tires to order, where to order them from. That's my ex.
Mm-hmm.
I got a whole man in the house and I took my car to get tires put on it. That's when I was like, baby,
You single.
and I'm single for real right now. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if I got to do all of that, I'm going to do it by myself.
Right.
Right?
Might as well.
Ghost said that's still not an excuse to act masculine with the next man. You're absolutely right, Ghost. It's
Mm-hmm.
not an excuse to act masculine with the right man. You are 1000% correct. That's why I am glad that my friend AG called it out, because Ghost 95 Mob, I had no idea that I was putting off that masculine energy. See, a lot of men yell at us black women for having all this masculine energy, but we do it out of habit.
Mm-hmm.
It is something that we learned over time, and it becomes the way we operate. It's not something that I'm consciously going, I'm getting ready to bust out this masculine
Right.
energy. I don't do that. It's just because, like Angel said, men haven't shown up for me, right? So I'm acting on behalf of what I was missing, right? Oh, look at the big dog. I'm acting on what I've been missing. So you're right, Ghost 95 Mob. That's why we have to be, we have to be accountable for our actions, right? And we have to call out our actions when we see it in our friends. And I thank AG for calling that out, because now when I go out on a date, I think about that. I think about that because I don't want to have that masculine energy. I don't. Heart to Fire says, in defense of married women, it's times that they get caught up taking care of families that they lose themselves along the way. And that's what we're saying. Why is the woman the glue to hold the family together? And being the glue, sometimes we do get lost in our family. So where's the balance there? Where's the balance there in taking care of your family and catering to your husband? That's a hard one, right? Amazon said, don't forget to like. Yes, y'all on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please give me my likes. And if you're on IG, please give me the hearts. All right, keep me in the algorithm. What is that, a boxer? What kind of dog, Angel?
You hear him?
Yeah, what kind of dog is it? Pit
I have
bull?
a cane corso, a Neapolitan Mastiff, and a Basset Hound.
Oh, you have 3 dogs.
Well, the Mastiff is mixed.
Oh, mixed. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a big one.
but it's
Woo.
trash. So I'm signing off.
All right. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Angel, for joining. It's almost 9 o'clock, but I love when guests jump on the show. Fire One said, we do that. I open doors, want to wash the car, do everything a man needs to do, and get shut down. I don't need you to do that for me. So us guys go through the same thing you're going through, and that's understandable, Fire One. And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I'm not saying that guys don't go through that, right? This is what the talk show is for. Let us know what you guys are going through too, right? Because we need to understand from a woman's perspective and a man's perspective what's going on, right? So when you say you do all of that, can you come do it for me? Fire One. I won't shut you down. Can you come do all that shit for me? What the fuck? All right. When you say you get shut down, what do you mean you get shut down? Amazon 46 Triple D said, I think a lot of times is what makes end dedication is what makes you want to fight for what is even. I don't know. That paragraph is confusing. I don't know, Amazon. Are you saying that, it depends on the level of dedication in the marriage and you battling over what you're fighting for in your marriage? Because some people do get caught up in that, but, they start fighting for a marriage, but what are you exactly fighting for, right? Johnny Hill said, in poker, they call it being pot committed. You put so much money in the pot, even though you had Your hand ain't strong, but you keep going because of how much you put in. And most times you end up crapping out. Wow. That's a great analogy. In poker, they call it pot committed. Wow. Pot committed. That sounds like what the fuck I was. Okay. Okay. Heart to Fire says these double life behaviors are nothing new. Right, Heart to Fire? But you know what? I swear to God, Heart to Fire, I heard these double life stories all my life. But when it happened, like to somebody that I knew, that I know, right? When it happened to somebody that I know, where their husband went and tried to have a whole separate family, and somebody else that I know that was married to a pastor, and he had a whole separate wife, I'm like, oh my God, like I could really touch this situation. Like these are people that I know that are going through that situation. Sometimes even when you know that these things are going on, until it is close to you, you're like, what? Right? Like really, like I used to be like, that's white people thing. Like they get married to multiple people. But then when I saw some of my black folk going through it, I was like, what? We doing that shit too, yo? I was shocked. Natalia said, that's facts, Roy. It's habit. That what about the women who are single? They have to handle themselves differently. When they start a relationship, they have to switch gears to allow the man to be a man. And that's the hard part. Thank you for that, Natalia. Ghost 95, that's also something that men need to think about. When a woman has been single for a long period of time, who the fuck been opening the door for her? Her? Who the fuck been doing her car wash and shit? Her? So when a man comes into her life and she's giving off this masculine energy, you have to give them time to adjust to being in a relationship. Like right now, you know, for for me to enter in a relationship right now, it would take me time to feel comfortable to ask my man to do certain things for me, right? Because I'm not used to asking people to do things for me. I normally try to do things for myself. If I ask you to do something for me, that means that I'm at the end of my rope. That's what that means. And I really fucking don't have no other choice. I really need you to do this shit for me. Okay? Hard to Cheryl said it's the nurturing part of women. A tiger mama instinct is to always protect their cubs. What if you're in a marriage with no children, right? Because I didn't have any children and I still stayed 20 years, right? I still felt like there was an investment and there were no children. I had no children to keep us. Ghost 95 said excuses. Men are expected to be masculine 24/7, regardless of what we've been through. So keep that femininity. Right. So Ghost 95, you say that, right? But women, okay, you can't, we keep our femininity, but again, it's easier to say that. Right? That doesn't give grace to the women at all. I'm sitting here trying to give grace to the men, but you have to give grace to the women too. Ghost 95, because when women are operating on a daily basis, taking care of themselves, opening and closing doors, for me, I just sat here and admitted that I was reaching for the door and didn't even realize what I was doing until a friend of mine said to me, stop fucking reaching for the door. If you are with me, I know I'm not your man, but I am a man. You need to start letting these men open up these doors for you. This is what my male friend told me. And honestly, Ghost 95, I was like, oh my God, I really didn't realize that I was doing that. I didn't. Right? So sometimes we are operating subconsciously, just like for the men, right? I don't expect a man to be masculine 24/7. So I don't know where that expectation comes from, right? Life is what it is. If I meet a man and I see that he needs guidance in a certain area, or maybe he got used to doing certain things and now I'm here to do certain things, that is going to be an adjustment period for me and my man, right? We have to give people grace. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Jason said, my ex is watching you and jumping around the house like it's a sermon. Amen. Stop that. But you know what? In every sermon, Jason, there's a learned lesson for those that want to do better. You understand what I'm saying? For those that want to do better, that I know I want to do better. I know I have masculine energy. I don't want to have the masculine energy, right? But I have it because why? I'm single, right? The other day my washing machine broke in my house. Okay? This is how the single woman's life goes. The washing machine broke in my house, full of water. I couldn't get the fucking door open. Okay? I had to call the maintenance guy. The maintenance guy, this is how masculine I come across. The maintenance man texts me back and he says, well, I know you're handy. You're handy. Just go, you see where the little door is, where the pump is. Try to, just release the pump. The pump is clogged. I said, I went down there to release the pump, but the machine is full of water and it says, be careful and make sure you drain the machine before you open the pump. And being that I don't have a dry vac, I'm scared to do that. Okay. And he was like, okay, I got you. I'll come in the morning. Now, baby, had I had a dry vac machine, I would have pumped the shit myself. I don't choose to do that, Ghost, but I live here by myself. I don't choose that, but it's me or the maintenance man. The fuck? So when I do get a man and he find out that I know how to unclog the washing machine, is that my fault? Is that my fault? We just have to do better. We have to learn to show up for each other to the best of our ability. And we also have to learn to give each other grace, right? Because a lot of us, we learn how to navigate our lives on an everyday basis based on what we have to deal with or not have to deal with. Like if you're single and you're a woman, masculine energy introduces itself. Okay? It is what it is. But if you met a man that had feminine ways, you wouldn't dare him at all. It depends. What do you mean feminine ways? That's not true. What do you mean feminine ways? Protagonist admitted on here, Ghost 95, on our very show, that he has dated a lot of women that have told him he has feminine ways. Is that true, Protagonist? Right? There are a lot of men that have feminine ways. Now, if you running around and you real extra feminine, like with your mannerisms and stuff like that, maybe you're not for me, right? But I'm not judging you. Okay. But it depends on the feminine ways. Some people might say, men, what about Ghost 95? You have women who open up the doors for themselves, but what about the men who know how to cook? McCliver from the show came here and cooked food for me. Some people would be like, oh, that's feminine energy. He came and cooked for you, right? Why? He's a single father. He's a single father right now, okay? With kids that he got to cook for every day. So he got to inject his feminine energy because he's raising kids by himself. So he's taking on the feminine role and the masculine role in his house. Am I mad at that? No. No. Right, Cheryl. Motherfucker, speak. Cheryl, speak that shit. Cheryl said some get life skills confused with feminine ways. And maybe that's what our next topic should be. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Freestyle Friday. But we need to really talk about what is considered feminine ways versus what's feminine energy versus masculine energy. What the fuck is this and how are we defining this? And why are we being held to the wall when we have these energies? Right? I want to talk about that shit one day. Maybe one day next week we'll talk about that because I really want to understand why we are so hard on the women for having masculine energy, and what are we questioning when men have feminine energy? What the fuck does that look like? Okay? Johnny said, Raw, if your man crosses legs at the ankle, how are you looking at him? I don't know. My grandfather used to cross his legs at the knees. And years ago, they used to be like, why men cross their legs? I don't know. I can't really say, right? I can't really say. Jason said, that's BS. Why does it have to be feminine? It's called survival. Jason, I agree with you. And that's what I'm trying to say. When people are put in survival mode, we have to operate off of both feminine and masculine energy. There's no way around it. And that's why when we get into relationships with somebody else, there is a period of time that we begin to mesh and we begin to unpack and figure out how we can unite as a couple, right? And then maybe that's when me as a woman can step into more of my feminine role and you as a guy can step more into your masculinity role. But just because I know how to fix a machine or open up a door for myself does not make me a masculine person. It's not negative. It's survival. I love that. I love that, Cheryl. And I love that, Jason. I do. Okay. Survival, not necessarily feminine or masculine. It is 9:10, y'all. Yep. That's being an adult. Right. But some people, Ghost 95, go, that's masculine energy. That's feminine energy. But some of us had to survive and have both energies to be able to survive. Period. Period. You know, I don't sit with my legs open like this. The fuck? I don't know. Y'all not gonna see me, but y'all know how men sit with their legs open and shit like that. I don't sit with my legs crotched open like a man. You know? I don't walk around doing this. I don't do that. So I'm not like when they say masculine energy, is it because I opened up my own door? I don't know. But I do appreciate it being brought to my attention because I do want to be treated like a lady. Okay? And with that, y'all, it is 9:10, and this was motherfucking Thursday. You know, I appreciate you guys joining Coffee with Friends and sharing your various perspectives. I learned a lot of shit from y'all. And I hope that you guys learn a lot of shit from me and a lot of shit from each other. Okay. I appreciate Angel for jumping on today. I love when guests jump on. Y'all know what the fuck tomorrow is. Tomorrow is Freestyle Friday. That means, oh my God, y'all could come here and act the fuck up, talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. The rules for Freestyle Friday are this: no rules. No fucking rules. Okay. Okay. No rules. We can talk about any topic we want to talk about. Whatever sticks on the wall and what we is what we're going to grab, right? Don't get offended if you throw out a topic and we bypass it. That's okay. Bring the topic back for the next Friday. Sometimes our Fridays get hectic and we skip around. Just make sure you are here front and center stage because I don't know what the fuck y'all gonna come here with. I don't. All right. Cheryl Lee said in what they call proper etiquette, they say it's the man who can cross their legs at the knee, not the woman. Oh, see, I don't even know proper etiquette. I don't know proper etiquette, but the link is in my bio, y'all. Make sure if you are on IG, you are giving me the hearts. Keep me in the algorithm, y'all. Show the fuck up here for free. At least y'all could do is keep my videos circulating. What the fuck? I want to see the hearts. And if you are on if you're on Facebook, give me the thumbs up. Say, hey, y'all motherfuckers see me. If you're on YouTube, make sure you give me the likes. I go and check. And some of my Coffee with Friends members, they go check too. I know how many eyeballs I got versus likes. Some of y'all don't be hitting like y'all don't like my show. But y'all here though. Y'all here, so you got to show up for me, okay? All right, I show up here for free. Y'all show up here for free, and I appreciate y'all. I hope you appreciate me. Come here tomorrow for Freestyle Friday with your fucking topic. You know what I say. Love up on each other. This is what we need to continue to do. Love up on each other. Have respect for each other, all right? That is the best thing we could do for one another. And so I'm going to go out with this because this has been my shit. Even when you feel low, you can still go. This has been my shit. All right. One of the things I want to say is this is Coffee with Friends, and I am your host, Raw to the Bone. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Come back here for Freestyle Friday. Make sure you are following me across all my links: IG, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, where I do my dances. Hey. Any topics that you want to contribute to the show, please make sure you DM me or email me, rawtothebone@gmail.com. Any letters you want me to read, any guest appearances, if you have a business that you want to highlight, come through. This is what I'm here for. All right. And with that, y'all,
but I just slide right by that energy.
Can't deal with the negativity. I just slide right by that energy. What? With that, y'all, I'm out. Peace. Gone for now, never forever. Hey.